The diplomatic compound on Nexus 7 was burning. Jasper gripped Danny's arm as evacuation alarms shrieked through the human embassy. We need to go, now. Danny yanked free, her eyes fixed on the residential wing where purple flames chemical aggressive were eating through the structure. There's someone in there. I saw movement. The compound's been evacuated. Jasper shouted over the roar of fire. Danny, that whole section is coming down. She was already running. Jasper cursed and followed, because that's what partners did. Even when your partner was absolutely insane, the heat hit them like a physical wall. Danny wrapped her jacket around her face and plunged into the smoke. Through the haze, Jasper saw what she'd seen. A small figure, collapsed near an overturned furniture unit. Reptilian skin marked with the grey bands of the Skrell labor caste. A Skrell. Jasper coughed. Danny, they're the ones who bombed us. She's a child, Danny snapped. Already moving. The girl may be 10 in human years war, the iron collar of the flawed. The Skrell deemed genetically inferior and marked for disposal. Her breathing was shallow, her 3-fingered hands clutching a small data chip like it was precious. Danny hoisted the surprisingly light alien onto her shoulder. The ceiling groaned. Jasper grabbed Danny's free arm and they ran. They made it out seconds before the wing collapsed in a shower of sparks and screaming metal. Ambassador Chen found them in the medical bay an hour later. Danny sat beside the small alien's bed while medics worked. The girl was conscious now, wide amber eyes tracking every movement with obvious terror. What were you thinking? Chen's voice was ice. We're on the brink of war with the Skrull hegemony, and you rescue one of their discards. She was dying, Danny said simply. She's wearing a disposal collar. Do you understand what that means? The Skrull literally threw her away. They probably planted her here as a liability. Jasper stepped forward. Sir, with respect, she's just a kid. Couldn't have been more than 40 pounds. What kind of liability? The kind that makes us look weak, Chen interrupted. The galaxy doesn't run on compassion, Lieutenant. It runs on strength. The Skrell bombed our embassy to test our resolve, and we, the Skrell hegemony, has issued a formal communication. An aide burst into the room, tablet extended. They're demanding we return their ... property. Chen's jaw tightened. Tell them, sir. The aide's hand was shaking. The Vex Consortium is also calling, and the Drael Communion, and ... everyone. Every major power in the Galactic Council wants to talk to us now. What? Humanity didn't know what they couldn't have known was that the galaxy had been watching them since first contact, watching and judging and finding them wanting. Humans were young, reckless, emotional. They fought among themselves, showed mercy to enemies, wasted resources on the weak. By galactic standards, they were inefficient. By galactic standards, they were foolish. But the galaxy had rules. Old rules. Carved into the very foundation of the Galactic Accords, signed 12,000 years ago. Rules that even the mighty Skrell hegemony couldn't ignore. The Prime Law. Any species that willingly sacrifices their own blood to save a marked-for death of another species, despite active hostilities, demonstrates the highest form of civilization. No species had triggered the Prime Law in 4,000 years. Danny didn't understand why she was standing in the Grand Council chamber 12 hours later. She understood even less why every galactic ambassador was prostrated in the traditional gesture of submission. The Skrell High Commander, a towering figure of ridge and scale, spoke through a translator. By ancient law, humanity has proven themselves beyond what we deem worthy. Your soldier bore witness to suffering and chose compassion over survival. His eyes found Danny. You carried one of our flawed from fire, knowing we were your enemy. She was a child, Danny repeated. Because what else was there to say? Yes, the commander hissed. And we would have let her burn. The Vex Consortium's crystalline representative chimed in, their voice like singing glass. We have observed humanity for 23 years. We believed you weak. We were ... incorrect. Ambassador Chen looked as shocked as Danny felt. I don't understand. An ancient Drael, their form barely holding together, spoke in a voice that crackled with age. The Prime Law is simple. A species that will not abandon the abandoned, that will not discard the discarded, possesses wisdom we cannot teach and strength we cannot break. Humanity is not weak for showing mercy. They are terrifying for showing mercy while standing in fire. The small alien girl Danny had learned her name was 6 stood beside Danny now, collar removed, wearing clean clothes Danny had given her. She clutched Danny's hand with desperate strength. What does this mean? Jasper whispered. The Skrell commander rose from his prostration. It means Earth no longer negotiates. Earth dictates. It means humanity has shown us what we forgot millennia ago, that civilization is not measured in weapons, but in who you save when saving them costs everything. He looked at Seek, something like shame flickering across his reptilian features. And it means we have much to learn. Later, when the diplomatic ceremonies were done and the galaxy had sworn its subordination to human moral authority, Danny sat with Seek in the embassy gardens. You should have left me, Seek said quietly. Her translator Kalara gift now, not a prison humming softly. No, Danny said, I really shouldn't have. Jasper brought them hot chocolate because some human traditions were worth sharing, so we accidentally conquered the galaxy by being decent people. Apparently, Danny smiled, weird flex, but okay. Seek sipped the chocolate, amber eyes going wide with delight. This is good. Yeah, Danny said, watching stars that suddenly seemed a little friendlier. Yeah, it is. Somewhere in the galaxy, empires knelt, not to humanity's weapons, but to something far more dangerous. Their refusal to be anything less than human.